Is your iPhone starting to mess up because the new one's coming out? Let's talk about the iPhone 12. Apple sent out its invites for the iPhone 12 event this week, and if you know anything about Apple, it's always hidden secrecy, but their events kind of give a little bit of hints of what's going to be coming. This time, the only text they had on it was high speed, which is alluding to the A14 chip and the 5G connectivity, and also had a dark blue background, which is probably hinting towards the new iPhone 12 shades that they're going to be doing, like a midnight blue or something along those lines. This time around, we get 4 new phones. We get the iPhone 12 mini, iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro Max. And if you hadn't guessed, the iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 12 Pro Max are a lot different. The iPhone mini is the smallest phone they've done in a long time, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max is the biggest phone that they've done ever. Like Samsung Galaxy Note big. Now, I want to reiterate, this is all coming from Apple leakers, which are normally right, but Apple likes to play games and lead us up to the last possible second but make a change. So take all this with a grain of salt. With all that out of the way, let's break down some iPhones. First up, we have the iPhone 12 mini, which starts at $699 and has 64 gigabytes, has 5 different colors: black, white, red, blue, and green, and it has a 5.4 inch screen. So think almost like the iPhone 4, but like all screen. So it's really, really small. Next up, we have the iPhone 12, which is a 6.1 inch screen, starts at $799 and has 5 different colors: black, white, red, blue, and green. Now let's get into the Pro models. The iPhone 12 Pro starts with the same 6.1 inch screen, starts at $999 with 128 gigabytes of storage, goes up to 512, and has 4 different colors. There's gold, silver, graphite, and this new midnight blue, dark blue colorway. Lastly, we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It has the biggest screen that Apple's ever put into an iPhone at 6.7 inches, starts at $1,099, has 128 gigs of storage, goes up to 512 like the last gen, and it has the same 4 colors as the silver, gold, graphite, and the dark blue, navy blue, midnight blue, whatever Apple's going to call it. But the Pros are a little bit different than last year, so let's talk about it. Whether it was the iPhone Plus or the Pro, or whatever Apple wanted to call it for that time, the iPhone Pro has always been like a big brother, but their features have always been the same across the board. This year, Apple's actually going to change that, and especially with the cameras, the bigger the iPhone you go, the better it gets, and I'm actually here for it. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has the same 3-camera setup as last year, but the telephoto lens is supposedly 65mm at 1.6, and if that's true, this camera's going to be amazing. The 65mm lens is allowing the iPhone to have a 5x optical zoom up from 2x, and if that's not enough, supposedly it's getting an exclusive 47% bigger Sony sensor, so low light, hello. The iPhone 12 Pro, not the Pro Max, but the Pro, is going to be getting a 52mm telephoto lens and a 4x optical zoom up from 2x from other years prior, but this iPhone doesn't get the 47% bigger sensor for some reason, so the iPhone 12 Pro Max is out of here. It's going to be the best camera on an iPhone yet. If you're a wireless charging buff, that's not even a thing. It's not even a thing. MagSafe's actually making a comeback this year, and it's not your MacBook charger from 2016. It's actually going to be magnets on the inside of your phone and aligned in a circle, so when you put your phone down on a wireless charging mat, it'll snap right in the spot. So, which is kind of cool because when you put your phone down and try to get it to charge, it's always like a, you know how it goes. Lastly, on availability, let's get into it because it sucks. I'm upset. The iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro will be pre-order for October 16th and then pick up October 23rd, which is, that's fine. iPhone mini, iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is the best camera in an iPhone, November. Excuse me. Unless Apple has a miracle up its sleeve, the iPhone 12 mini, which is probably arguably going to be Apple's best-selling phone, and then the iPhone 12 Pro Max for all of us that love cameras, are going to be mid-November, and that's conservative. The iPhone mini will probably be first, and then the iPhone 12 Pro Max be afterwards, but I'd say second and third week of November if they can. Now, I kind of talked about the A14 chip in some previous videos, but it's going to be a powerhouse. Basically 40% faster clock speeds, 30% faster GPU, and better battery life. And I'm going to say an hour more on your new phones. But if it's not that, probably half an hour. I can't say. 5G, it's not going to kill you. Get off Facebook. But there's two types of 5Gs. There's 5G, which is like 4G, it's everywhere. And there's 5G ultra wideband, as Verizon calls it, or there's millimeter wave, as everybody else is calling it. But that's like home internet speeds. It's super fast. It's going to be in stadiums, it's going to be in malls. But the throw of the signal is very, very short. So like it's not going to come through your walls or anything. So it's going to be more specific and based on where people are installing it, mostly outside and like indoors at a mall or a shopping center or whatever you're going to be at. But expect that to be a much slower rollout than just widely adopted 5G. Another expected release of this event is Apple's audio lineup. The HomePod came out in February 2018 and it was $300. And I know no one has one. I have one. I have it for you guys.
Can't check cameras from here. Sorry about that.
This did not just, but the HomePod Mini is supposed to come out for $100. Runs off the same S5 chip as the Apple Watch, and yeah, it's going to be competing with the Amazon Echoes and the Google Assistants and all the little small speakers you can throw anywhere. I wouldn't really expect it to be a HomePod killer because that's a much bigger speaker, but it's going to be great to have Siri anywhere in your house. And then finally, some things I wish Apple would announce at this event, but I'm pretty sure they won't. First up, I would say Apple TV, and I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would I want another Apple TV? Hold on. The last Apple TV came out in 2017, and I really think the Apple Arcade is going to take off this year with Apple One subscription coming out. If you don't know what that is, it basically bundles all your subscriptions from Apple and gives you a cost savings while bundling some more things like Apple Arcade, which you don't pay for. I know you don't, it's fine. But with Apple Arcade about to be booming, I really think the Apple TV can benefit from some processing power and really give the consoles a run for their money. Not too much run for their money, but enough where it's kind of fun to play on the Apple TV. Speaking of Apple One, I really hope they give us a launch date for that because I'm ready to save some money and the family plans have been whooping my. And then there's AirTags. I know there's been a lot of talk about the leaks, and it's kind of like Apple's Tile competitor that tracks products for you, like your keys and stuff like that. Supposedly that got pushed back to March 2021, and I'm okay with that because if it's not ready, it's not ready, but I don't think they're really in that much demand. Last but not least, there's the AirPods Studios, which is the over-the-ear headphones, not the in-ears like the AirPods Pros. But I'm actually interested in those because I want to see where they fit in with the Beats line and see if they have any competition. It's going to be interesting to see how Apple balances both Beats and their own products. But these are supposed to be really high-end, like $600 headphones, so we'll see what Apple does there. So that's it. That's pretty much everything that the leakers have been talking about in the past couple weeks, just kind of summed up for you guys. And hopefully Tuesday, Apple gives us some more surprises. But until then, let's hope all this stuff is true. Catch you guys next time.